Hey, welcome back to Tony's How It Works in Off-Road. We're working on the JK again. We're going to be installing a new part. It's the S&B cold air intake for the JK with the 3.6 liter. And they've got two different varieties. You've got a dry filter and you've got an oiled filter. I've got the oiled one. So I'm going to show you the parts that comes in the box and the tools that you're going to need to put this together. I want to thank Rebel Off-Road and car sponsors for sponsoring this part. Let's get to it. Here you can see the air filter box, the intake tube, a couple of hose clamps, all the hardware that you need, and of course that nice S&B logo right there on that box. First things first, let's go ahead and take out the stock air intake, which is the easiest part of the job because it's very simple tools, a flathead and a 10mm, I believe. So let's go ahead and do that. Here you can see you have a clamp with a flathead here, or you can use an 8mm, that'll work as well. You'll untighten this one, and then you've got another one over here by the throttle body, and you'll do that one as well. And that will loosen up your intake tube here. Now you've also got two 10s here as well. I want to make sure you take these off. Now you'll see right here that you have a sensor inside your intake tube. You're going to want to remove that. And now we can go ahead and remove the air box. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those little metal clips on the side, and that's going to pull off the top piece. And of course you've got a air breather at the top of the air box here, and you're going to want to pull that off. Pull out your filter, and then this should just pull right up out of here. Once you've got your stock intake out, you're going to take this seal here and your new air box from S&B. Wrap this up, take this out of the plastic wrapper here. Make sure you get this in here with a good seal. Because the better things are sealed, the better it's going to work. Now that you've got your seal inside of your air box here, we're going to slip the air intake tube into the air box. Then you're going to slip the air filter over, and try not to let that hose clamp slide off, because that's just going to make your life more difficult. And then go ahead and tighten down your hose clamp right here at the filter and tube end. Make sure it's nice and tight so there's no air leaks. Now on the other end here, we're going to put this hump coupler on this side. Once you have your hump coupler on the throttle body end of the tube, you're going to want to tighten only this clamp. We're going to leave the clamp loose on the throttle body end. Now, you're going to see a bag with a little bracket. It's got two holes on it, one big, one small. This bigger hole on the bottom, you're going to have, in the same bag, you'll have these little rubber grommets, and you're going to want to put one of them in that bottom hole. Just kind of work it in there like so. Then also in that same bag, you're going to have a screw and a washer. They're going to go through this top hole on this bracket and screw into this side of the air box. Make sure to apply some of the Loctite to the screw before screwing in. They do supply some. Now you'll see here that we have one grommet left from that bag. It's going to go right here, and that's where we're going to put the AIT sensor, I believe is what it's called, which is what we took out of the stock air box. You can see it looks kind of like almost like a headlight, sort of. But this will be going in here. and you're gonna push it in there until you can no longer see this green seal here. Now you're going to see up here where the stock air filter box was, you got these 3 plugs here, and I actually had one of the plastic pieces break off a while back when I first tried to take this out. But we need to remove this bolt right here, and it is a 10 millimeter. Now you're going to have a couple options when it comes to the top of the filter and the side of the filter box. This goes on the side of the filter box, and these pieces, this is the clear piece and this rubber piece, and then there's some trim that goes around the clear lid. But the important thing to note is you cannot do this lid in this side plug at the same time. It'll cause your filter to collapse, and that'll void your warranty. Then you've got a bag of nuts and bolts for it, and these clamps here will be for your breather hose as well. Now go ahead and slide your coupler onto your throttle body, plug your AIT sensor back into the intake tube, and make sure it's in there kind of comfortably so that you don't have any wires bending or pulling a little too hard than they should be. Make sure this is sat down in those plugs where the stock air box was, and then we're going to reinstall this bolt back here. Now that you've got your intake tube and filter box securely mounted, you'll see that I have not removed this air breather hose from this line. Go ahead and do that now. And you may need to get a flathead in here because they supply you a new one of these. Once old air breather hose is removed, you can go ahead and install the new one that they supply you. Some basic fuel line here. I mean, it looks like it's plenty strong, so shouldn't have anything to worry about there. It's going to be harder to slide onto the intake tube than it will this piece, definitely. Just be real careful with that. It's fragile. Fraggle. Now the hose clamps that they give you for this breather hose, they are actually definitely going to be a standard 1/4 inch. So make sure you tighten these up. Now you notice once you put this rubber trim on the, if this is the configuration you decide to go with, this is what I went with. So that means I don't have the box plug over here. And I'm not going to be using the hood seal neither. It's just going to be this plastic cover or polyurethane lid. They give you a little bit more of this rubber trim than you need, so you just need to cut a little bit that off with a razor or some dikes or whatever you want. And then you'll see that you get this bag with these screws and these nuts. So these nuts are going to go down first, and then you'll have the screws. And now we've just got some finishing touches. The bolts that you had holding on your old intake tube, you're going to install these little brackets that the kit came with, and it's going to hold your reservoir hose here. And again, these were 10 millimeters, so just go ahead and install these, then you'll be able to pinch them together so it'll hold that hose. Now go ahead and slide your reservoir tube through these brackets, and then put the bolt through both sides of the bracket on each, and then go ahead and tighten these down, and it'll squeeze these to hold this hose. And of course, you got your finishing touches. You get a sticker for your warranty on the filter and the air intake. And hey, not everybody does this, but S&B does. You get a sticker for your hard hat or your windshield or the inside of your hood, wherever you want to put the sticker. So I'm going to figure out where I want to put these, and then we're going to go ahead and start this thing up and see what it sounds like. I'm going to be, you know, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be looking for horsepower gains, slight horsepower gains, and slight miles per gallon gains, which is something that I really need because I drive all over the place for work. Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, Texas, everywhere. So let's go ahead and check this out. So it's definitely got a nice little tone to it, doesn't it? So I'm happy with that. And again, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to see how it performs. But I'm glad that I finally got this done, again, because of how much I drive. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope it helped you learn something. Hope it showed you something you didn't know. Please watch my other videos. Hit that subscribe button. Helps out a lot. Hit the like button too, you know, so I can fight that YouTube algorithm that appears to fight against me constantly. So, all right, have a good one.
Behind closed doors. And all over the world, scientists are working on projects designed to take man beyond the confines of this Earth. You are looking at the actual models of spacecraft now being developed by agencies of the United States government. This is an Apollo spacecraft designed for elliptical orbit of the moon. Its lunar landing vehicle can transport 3